Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nightmare. What? Another episode of Nightmare Road. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Ticon Trejo. That's right, it's me, Ticon Trejo, este. And here I am with Lord Slashery. We have a very interesting episode today.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Mexico has their very own Ed and Lorraine Warren warped into one that transforms into an ugly man? You knew.
Yep. I've only known for, what has it been, like a week or two?
Yeah. It's an interesting guy. So this dude is, because he's still on TV and everything. So, no, he's not dead. So he's a paranormal investigator. And this guy has more credits about everything than anybody in the world combined. Can you guess how many investigations he's been on? By the way, how old is he?
He is 62.
Can you guess how many investigations he has done?
Let me guess. I'm going to guess a very specific 17,000.
I think you're closer than what I had.
What'd you have?
I had 175 billion.
With his,
impressive resume.
You might be close.
Yeah, and he has 87 years of experience investigating. Yeah. So
and he's only
okay.
62.
Yeah. So what did he say in an interview? He says, I have 40-something years investigating. Then he said 20-something years investigating, like in the same breath, like, huh?
He does that. By the way, his name is Carlos Trejo.
Carlos Trejo. He's not related to me, though.
No. Maybe.
So, maybe.
Go put on your hat.
He looks like that Mexican uncle that tries to, like, bang all the 12-year-olds at your cousin's quinceañera.
Please.
Ven, chiquita, baila con tu tío. And then he's only bang half of them. Anyway, so
disgusting.
What? So this individual, he has a very interesting story. So he first got into the public eye when he was being taught martial arts by a Chinese ninja in the alleys of Mexico.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's it. End of story.
Yeah. End of the story. And he lived happily ever after. No, he came into fame when he wrote a very awful book.
You start reading it?
Did I start reading it? I tried.
Did I.
It's hard.
I didn't get past the first chapter.
I didn't get past the first paragraph, just like everybody else. So, do you want to say what the name of this book is? I've been saying it all week.
No, you say it. You've been saying it all day, and it's your favorite word, so go ahead. Say it with the same enthusiasm as you did earlier. Go.
The book is called Cañitas. Pinche Cañitas. That's what it's
called. And that's the what? It's like the street that he lived on or something like that?
Yeah, it was the street that he lived on. So he said that he bought this house. The story changes. Once he said that he got it through an inheritance, it actually belonged to his first wife. She got it through an inheritance. So then, because she got through an inheritance, it's now his. The second time he told the story, he said that he bought the house and that it was his. Right now, he no longer has the house and now went back to her family. So this guy wrote this book, and it was a very tragic book because everybody in it died.
Except for him.
And then except for many people in this book that died, and then they showed up at press conferences throughout the years saying, like, why does it say I'm dead? I'm over here.
It's literally in the prologue, like, it was, traumatic for everyone that survived, but then, like, everyone dies.
But then everybody dies.
And they're not dead.
So that's what's interesting. And the interesting thing is not that he wrote a shitty book, because trust me, there's a lot of shitty books out there. They're not like really good books. Like, for example, off the top of my head, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, Caesar by Julius Caesar, or Taken Abroad by Lorne Armstrong.
Classic.
We're talking, fucking very good book. So he's famous for, well, it's not that he's famous for, he's well known for his outlandish stories. And when I say outlandish stories, a lot of you are thinking like, yeah, all paranormal investigators kind of embellish some stories, right? They're like, well, I went to the Zach Bagans museum and he said that this ghost looked at him. That's not this kind of embellishment. These stories are fucking ridiculous, and they're in Spanish, so I'm gonna be translating for you guys. So you want to play the first video? Pick whichever one. They're all fucking stupid.
Tengo inclusive fotos con Ringo.
Así, con Ringo Starr.
Con Ringo Starr.
Okay. So what he said there was he was hanging out with Ringo Starr.
Yep.
He goes on. He went on a lot of shows. He was on a radio show, Radio Mexico, whatever the fuck it was, the name. And then he told this story that. So he has a band. It's called Los Cazafantasmas, the Ghostbusters, or the Ghost Hunters, right? So he had the logo from the Ghostbusters movie, but then they told him he can't use that, so instead he used a different logo. But anyway, so he said that he was playing in this concert, right? And he said it was a packed house. People that have seen him play said that he plays at bars with his friends, and people are usually drinking and not on the dance floor. They're just like drinking, but there's like two people like on the dance floor, like a couple of videos that we watched like many years ago. He said that it was a packed house. Everything was just like bumping. All of a sudden, this individual approached him and said, "Can you teach me how to play like you?" And he said, "Yeah, of course." And then he says, "What's your name?" And the guy removes his wig, and it was none other than Ringo Starr.
It's only one of the versions of the story.
One of the versions. Another version of the stories is that he caught Ringo Starr in his concert, and he's like, "I think that's Ringo Starr." And then Ringo Starr like approached him in the back. He's like, "Carlos Trejo," in the Mexican accent, by the way. Carlos Trejo, can you sign my book of cañitas? And he goes, "Yeah, of course." And then he said, "I'm at every single one of your concerts, but I'm in disguise because I don't want people to mob me." So then he says that he now knows how to spot him, by the way. He's like, "There's Ringo right there." But before he didn't know because he's wearing disguises.
I think my favorite version of that story, I think, is when he actually, the lady's name comes up right now. So maybe I'll just like play it and then I'll tell
that story. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is my favorite one too, actually.
Porque para que venga Yoko Ono, digo, está cañón, no cualquiera.
Pues he tenido oportunidad inclusive hasta de...
That guy is laughing so fucking
hard. That's why I left it in. I was going to crop him out, and I decided not to because he cannot hold his laugh the entire time.
So he said, right, Ringo Starr approached him with Yoko Ono. And
it was after.
The what?
After Yoko. So his whole thing was that he went to New York. Because
this is the Lennon story.
Yeah.
I thought this was the Yoko Ono was trying to revive the Beatles, and she showed up with Ringo Starr and the other dead members. I don't know. She said Los Otros. Did you not get that one?
No.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, that one is so good. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you because it's so fucking good. Yoko Ono estaba ahí con Ringo y pues los otros Beatles, and I was like, I thought they were dead, but. And she wanted to like remake the Beatles with him as like the lead.
Yeah. So this one that I think that they're like bringing up, he went to New York and he says he goes to the Dakota because he's like looking at it. He wants to like look around. That's where John Lennon lived and died. And
was born, by the way.
He was talking to, I guess, like one of the people that take care of like the building or whatever. And they're like, "Hey, somebody wants to meet you." So he's like, "What are you talking about?" Right. He's like, "They take me up to these apartments, a stranger on the streets, take him up to these apartments, and who else but Yoko Ono comes."
There's security everywhere. He says this place is locked down with people with rifles. Play it.
Yoko Ono comes out and she wants him to do an investigation.
The amazing Yoko. I wish you had that clip where she's singing. You know.
Oh, jeez. So Yoko Ono comes out and she's like, hello. This lady, right, is talking to this Mexican man
In Spanish.
In Spanish, apparently, yeah. Everybody speaks Spanish.
Everybody speaks Spanish. Even Putin.
And tells him, you know, like, I want for you to do a whole investigation out here, you know, like where this man was shot, whatever. So he's like, yeah. Supposedly does this investigation. There's police helping all over the place. Like NYPD is there, and they're you know, accompanying him everywhere because this is just such a big thing.
Yeah, it's
after he's done, he gets a phone call, and who is it? I want to meet you, sir. It's Ringo Starr.
Okay, wait. Does he tell it? Does he tell it in his clip?
I don't know. Let me see.
Okay, play it.
¿Has estado en el Triángulo de las Bermudas? ¿Has estado en la casa, en el castillo de Drácula?
I'm telling, it's just he does so many.
And look at him. He looks like, jeez Louise.
Okay, we're just gonna have to play it and talk about him as they come because
Okay.
he goes to like TV shows and tells every single thing he's done.
Charges so much money, by the way, to appear.
¿Has estado en el Triángulo de las Bermudas? ¿Has estado en la casa, en el castillo de Drácula?
Sí, viví
¿Has
ahí.
estado en la muralla? ¿Viviste en el castillo de
Holy
Drácula?
shit.
2 meses allá.
What he just said, right? So this guy's and this guy needs a raise for being able to list off everything he's told him with a straight face. In the background, the guy that doesn't deserve a raise is all of us. He's laughing pretty fucking hard trying to. What he said was, you went to the Bermuda Triangle, you went to Dracula's castle, and then he interjected and said, I lived there.
Because he lived there for 6 months.
He lived there. Dracula's castle.
A mí, por ejemplo, estuve en los campos de concentración nazi.
De Auschwitz.
Ahí estuvimos también.
Uy,
He said he also went to, and you also got to understand, he doesn't go as a tourist. He gets invited.
Mm-hmm.
So the prime minister of Germany called him and said, you have to do an investigation in Auschwitz for us. And that's how he ended up there. And then they offered him so much. They offered him so many things. I don't know if it's this interview, but in another interview, he said that. Are you ready? They offered him Hitler's uniform.
I believe him.
And he said no. He's like, no, that's not, because the prime minister of Germany just happens to have Hitler. Just bring out the Hitler's uniform. Yeah, sounds like Borat.
Oh my god.
Yes, very nice. Look at
That
this
was
uniform. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little tipsy.
Me too.
So, what is this? It is Carlos Trejo. Bring him in. Trying to remain focused in this area. Anyway, so yeah, so he was in Auschwitz. Play his accomplishments.
All right.
This amazing man.
Es hacer la investigación al Queen Mary
Al Queen Mary, que está en donde, en Los Ángeles, ¿no?
en California.
California.
Y de repente los guardias de seguridad de Queen Mary me dijeron, oiga, señor Trejo, hay unas personas aquí afuera que quieren tomarse una foto con usted.
Ajá.
Cuando
Okay.
yo salí, eran los Ghost Hunters.
Okay, he said, and by the way, he's dressed like he
It'll
went.
come.
Like what?
That story will come too.
Of why he's dressed like that?
Yeah.
He looks like he went to like Clint Eastwood's like garage sale where people are like, fuck, man, like Clint Eastwood, he keeps dressing up like this and he doesn't wear any pants, like his wiener's out, and he walks around in public. You have to take this clothes, Mr. Trejo, and please sign my book of cañitas while you're at it. So he said that he went to the Queen Mary, right?
Mhm.
And they welcomed him like Mr. Trejo. Like everybody always comes up to him like Mr. If I saw him in the street, I thought that he would be like your drunk uncle.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Fucking, like look at Slasher's uncle over there. He's over there wearing the poncho with no pants again. His wiener's out. So he's like, there's a couple of people here that want to meet you. And it's like, yeah, who? The Ghost Hunters.
I cut it out because it was not really like one of the ridiculous claims. It was just something that he said, but he was like, I've been doing this for a long time, and there's always these like new investigators that come, and they've only been doing it for 5 or 6 years, and I tell them like, like go play with your toys or something for a while and then come back.
And then
like,
come back to the great Carlos Trejo.
Like you also at one point were only doing it for 5 or 6 years,
You were training in the alleys as a ninja before. And for those of you that think that I was being, stupid, that's a claim that he's made. He talks about that. I don't know if that'll come up later, but he's talking about how he's not going to come up later. So he fights
that one.
Okay, so he's doing an interview. Are you sure? I thought I sent it to you. He's doing an interview where they're saying like, "Are you sure you're going to fight this reporter Adame, who's like an ex actor? He used to be like the guy that was on the soap operas." But then he became like a reporter, and then he did all these things, right? So he's like, "Are you sure you're going to fight him?" And he says, "I don't know if I should, because imagine if I accidentally kill him with my death touch, mi toque de la muerte." And then they're like, "Toque de la muerte, death touch? What do you mean?" He says, "When I was a kid, I was recruited by ninjas in a back alley, and they taught me the super secret ninja death martial art. Los ninjas me dijeron, mira, ven con nosotros y te vamos a enseñar las artes mortales de cómo tocar. Le puedes parar el corazón a alguien con una mirada. You can look at somebody and stop their heart." And so he was over there doing spin kicks. I wonder if he was hopped up on glue, like fucking hopped up on glue, and he's over there like kicking a bag of tortillas.
What I don't understand is why he resorted to water bottles when he knows how to do all these things.
Yes. Do you have that clip? Oh shit! Oh, that's gonna be a great. Play it.
No,
tengo cinta negra cuarto dan en taekwondo.
Rewind that. You see the technique that he utilizes that I've only seen in my travels, when the deadly martial artists toss a shuriken, and he uses the focus and the momentum, and he focuses chi on that bottle, and I'm right in the fucking forehead.
We talked about this earlier. Honestly, I'm impressed.
That's very impressive. I told you, I'm like, what? I'm beginning to think this motherfucker did train with ninjas.
It was very fast and very accurate.
So that just teaches me that either he did train by ninjas or he's used to hitting women with bottles.
Ooh, maybe both. Yeah, that's so bad. And he got a cut, by the way.
Yeah, he got cut by the bottle. He hit him with the lid. Like
the lid.
With the hard point, he got him. Yeah, with the plastic, it fucking split his eye. Anyway, so you know what's crazy is that guy, the interview went sour when he was like, he used to do TV shows all the time for this guy. The guy would interview him, and they were friends. And then one day, he allowed a person from his past that died to get on the phone. And then after that, he's like, "Fuck this dude," and all this kind of stuff. "You're a piece of shit." So Mexican TV is not like American TV. No. He challenged this reporter to a fight, this actor to a fight, challenged you to a boxing match, and they did it. And he's like, "Oh, vente cabrón," and they're talking shit, and they're both like in the ring, and it looked like. Have you ever played that game where you put the bat to your forehead and you spin around in circles, and then you run? You probably did it like at a drunk quinceañera or something. But so
all the kids' birthday parties with all the
kids do that. They're all drunk. That's what it looked like in the ring.
Alfredo Adame suelta una buena mano derecha. Alcanza.
So they actually duked it out, and he lost, by the way.
Alfredo Adame lo sacudió y le vuelve a apretar.
But he also said, "Imagine," he said, "if I wanted to kill him, I could have." He said and he said this in an interview. Are you sure I didn't send this interview to you?
I think you did. I don't have it.
Okay, so he said that he could, if he wanted to, he could have like touched a nerve in his shoulder and stopped his heart. Yo quisiera, güey, pero no quiero. So this guy, by the way, and for those of you that say that, why are you guys going so hard on him? Like, just leave the poor delusional fucker. This guy's a bad guy. This guy is not a nice guy. He's a legitimate piece of shit. So, to give you a little bit of a backstory, his first wife, that actually owned this house the Cañitas, that house that he wrote the book in, that house was an inheritance to her, and she was pregnant, and I guess that he blamed her, according to the dead friends that are not dead, they're actually recounting. According to the dead friends, he said, you're pregnant, and why would you do this? Like, how could you be pregnant? Why would you do this? So then he punched her in the face, and she fell to the ground, and he proceeded to kick her in the stomach. And they said they didn't want to get involved too much because, they're married, it's their marriage. So we don't gonna get. So then finally, she had to be rushed to the hospital because she started gushing blood from a certain area. So they had to rush her to the ER. And she needed a blood transfusion. She lost the baby. And he told his kids, by the way, he had children with this woman. So he told the kids, huh?
How many did he have?
I think he had 2. We might have to fact check that. I don't remember how many kids he has. But he told them that the mother died because the House of Cañitas, and also she was disloyal to him in the relationship. That's why God cursed her and the house cursed her, and that's how she died. She actually died of AIDS. The blood that they gave her at the hospital was actually riddled with HIV and full-blown AIDS. So she died of AIDS. And for those of you to think like, well, maybe he was young, maybe he was on cocaine. Later, many years later, he had another girlfriend. And everybody said this was his biker era, where he was dressing like a biker. He had the boots, and he had this girl that would dress up like a biker chick too. And then she informs him that she also got pregnant, and his response to that is he punched her in the stomach, and she fell, and he proceeded to stomp on her stomach, according to witnesses. Which he got arrested and got a ticket. By the way, he didn't go to prison; he got a ticket.
Well, how are they going to arrest him? He needs to do all his daily investigation.
Yeah, he needs to do it this guy, how are we going to stop all the justice? So he proceeds to stomp on her stomach until she had a miscarriage. So this is an MO that this guy has. Apparently he knows the secret techniques. Probably the ninjas taught him how to, fuck up somebody's life. So he proceeded to do that. Then he was on a TV show, like a reality TV show, like Big Brother, whatever the fuck it's called. Where they had celebrities living in one house. It was like something Mexico. It was like X-Stars. And he was there, and people said, I don't know why. This is how much his celebrity status was. And they're like, why is he here? Turns out that the lady that he was with, who was his partner, she actually was famous at some point. So they had everybody, right? So he was even this dude, this guy that he boxed. Anyway, so one day they got into they were doing like some kind of competition, and he lost. And then he had to scream at her that this is somehow her fault. And
she should have made him win.
And fucking bitch. Anyway, so, and everybody, of course, and this is one thing that I hate. I'm not even gonna get into it, but everybody's reaction was, "This is their marriage. They're married. Like, what can we?"
I don't understand that.
So that's why nobody beat his ass. That's why nobody did anything. Nobody stopped him or tried. It's like, well, they're married. Leave their marriage. That's why we're going so hard on this piece of shit. Is because he's legitimately a piece of shit.
And he's a liar.
And he's a... How dare you?
¿Qué te pasó con ese espíritu?
Estuve viviendo en el castillo de Drácula en Transilvania casi 6 meses.
¿Castillo de Drácula en Transilvania?
Sí, a mí Stoker, que fue el creador del caso Drácula, del libro de Drácula.
Okay.
Él nunca pisó Transilvania.
He said he stayed in Dracula's castle, and he first called it the case of Dracula, the Dracula case. Bram Stoker, right? Bram Stoker.
Yeah,
what?
Stalker.
Stalker. The Stalker had the case of Dracula. And he said, I don't think he said he's ever dared to step foot in the castle. I think that's what he's about to say.
He said that he made up, the book, he made it up. He never stepped foot in there.
Okay.
Se lo inventó. Pero yo sí pisé Transilvania y yo sí fui a Transilvania a investigarlo.
Ok.
Y tuve la oportunidad de conseguir el permiso para vivir adentro del castillo.
He just said he just went to investigate it, right? And then immediately they gave him permission to stay, to live there. Stay and live here.
All he did was have the lady, his like secretary, write a letter, and they were like, "Yeah, of course."
Absolutely. Carlos Trejo, absolutely. This is a guy that, okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but in places like Mexico, it's a little bit more advanced now, but in places like Mexico, El Salvador, all these places, they don't have internet access the way that you think, right? It's not like pull out your phone. You had to go like to special places to go, and you can like rent a computer. And if you had a cell phone, you had to go and like pay like $1 an hour to be like in a Wi-Fi zone, you know, because people don't have.
Don't places like that have like internet cafes?
Yes, they have internet cafes. So people don't have Wi-Fi at home. That's not a thing. You have to go to these places. So this is a guy who the internet kind of he never foresaw it. So, or nor does he know a lot about it, because he's still telling the same stories that maybe he could have gotten away with in third world countries or in Mexico, in all those places. Because if you were to tell like a stupid peasant,
have you seen those videos where people go to like Amish communities and they start telling them fake like things that are happening?
I saw a clip where they told this Amish kid, he's like, "What are you gonna do?" This is Matan Evans. He's like, "What are you going to do when the flying demon that takes your soul comes after you?" And he's like, "Really? I didn't know. The driver never told us."
It's so rude. You know, because like they're just like trying to sell their little eggs and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how they live. I like the Amish lifestyle. I might even try it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come with me. Anyway, so
Un pequeño museo ahí en mi casa. Por ejemplo, tengo una muñeca que estuvo en un exorcismo.
Ajá.
Y inclusive está amarrada con una sotana de un sacerdote.
Hola.
Tengo un duende que se ha venido moviendo por diferentes lados y todo el mundo dice que camina. Tengo una espada que me traje de Transilvania del castillo de Drácula cuando viví en el castillo casi 6 meses. Tengo un diente de megalodón que encontré en el Triángulo de las Bermudas.
Okay, we have to stop. This is like overloading my fucking brain. So he starts off with things that they're like Ed and Lorraine Warren type shit, right? He's like, I have a doll. By the way, he gave a recent interview where he went and they allowed him to hold Annabelle, the doll, to hold Annabelle and kind of talk to her and kind of figure out. And then he said, y cuando le tocas la porcelana, se siente bien frío porque se siente la maldad. So what I'm going to translate what he just said. He said, when you touch Annabelle's face, you can feel the porcelain, and the porcelain feels like ice cold because the evil is, because he thinks that Annabelle is not a Raggedy Ann doll. He thinks it's the one from the fucking movie.
The one from the movie.
For the one from the movie, he says you can feel this porcelain. They said, here, talk to her. Have her calm down. But what he said was, he has a doll, a haunted doll, that, is tied up with the sash of a priest. This is an atheist, by the way. At least he claims, but he's very, like, Catholic. Like, it's just like...
This doll was part of an exorcism.
He has a sculpture of a gnome, of a duende, that walks by himself, and he goes to different places, and people have seen him. When he went to live with Dracula's castle, he brought Dracula's sword.
He brought it home. It's a souvenir.
Vlad is Dracula. Vlad the Impaler. Which, by the way, Dracula means son of the dragon, right? And in Romanian, dragon and devil are interchangeable. So his name literally means Vlad, son of the devil.
Nice.
So, but anyway, so Carlos Trejo has his sword, and then I told you this before. So he has a clip where he's showing this sword, and it's a broadsword, kind of short, kind of a short sword, a broadsword. He says this was Dracula's sword, and he only brought it out once After that, he's like, no, he has it, and the CIA like put it like in a vault, and it's guarded. It's
The Secret
Vlad-
Service is part of every story.
Secret Service. Vlad Impaler's sword. He has a sword called a Killage. So this sword is not a broadsword. This is an actual Romanian sword. It's based off of the Empire of the Romani. So around that time, swords. This sword was heavy too. It's called a Killage. It was meant for slashing, and it was two-handed, right? And this is located in a museum in Romania. So, well, it used to be. Now it's in his house in Mexico. But the sword that he brings up on TV, he brings up a broadsword. It's like, that's not his sword. Who told you that? Probably like one of those toy swords that they give kids.
Dracula told him. What do you mean?
It like lights up. It's like one of those lightsabers. Like,
It's a Minecraft sword.
beef tips. What?
Pues son muchas cosas, ¿no? Tengo fotografías inclusive con Ringo Starr.
Oh, shit,
Ringo-
really quick. I forgot. He also said he has a tooth from a megalodon.
Yep.
Did it wash up on shore? Did he buy it in a store? He found it in the ocean at the Bermuda Triangle, and it still had the blood, the gums, and the roots of the megalodon. For those of you that have watched Shark Week for 5 minutes, understand that sharks will lose teeth every single time they bite, and they're like on a system like this. So one of them will pop off, and the next one will spring up. So they have no roots because they're not really attached by roots at all. They're attached by cartilage. So it pops off, the next one just takes its place. A creepy animal, by the way.
Maybe the sharks in the Bermuda Triangle are different.
Maybe that's like their permanent teeth. Like once they lose them, there's a bunch of old sharks out there with no teeth.
Gummy sharks.
Yeah, gummy sharks. Grandma
Fotografías inclusive con Ringo Starr.
No. Ringo Starr.
Sí, el baterista de los Beatles.
Ajá.
Ha venido aquí a la casa. Ringo.
Okay, look at that's his house, by the way. That's his house. Look at that beautiful house.
I can put the link in the description. This video is like an hour and a half, and he shows like the rooms in his house.
So look at that artwork behind him. So he said that Ringo Starr, he has pictures with him, but he can't show them because he can't find them. They're somewhere. So he has pictures with Ringo Starr, and Ringo Starr comes to his house. He's came to his house. And he comes over all the time.
Cotorreando in the living room.
Cotorreando, yeah, just chatting it up in Spanish.
This next one is gonna. Okay, well, I'll just whatever.
Just play.
Estuvo la Toya Jackson cuando fue lo de la muerte de Michael Jackson.
Ajá.
Fui allá a lo del sepelio. Tiempo después vino a México y pasó a verme y aquí estuvimos.
So replay that for me, please. I think I didn't hear that correctly.
I love this story.
Estuvo la Toya Jackson cuando fue lo de la muerte de Michael Jackson.
Ajá.
Fui allá.
So LaToya Jackson, Michael Jackson's sister, when he died, he went over there, he hung out with her, and then she came to Mexico to see him. She came to Mexico, she came to the house, and she hung out. LaToya Jackson.
This was because when Michael Jackson died, his family personally invited him to the funeral.
Children.
Was like, come into the house, come meet his kids.
Yeah.
Try to get in contact with
Michael. You know, they sought him out. He impressed them. So his kids come over to Neverland Ranch. I'm surprised he's dressed like that. That's how you dress when you're like a construction worker and you're like in your late 50s and you have a day off and they're about to call you back into work like on your day off and they're not going to pay you. You know, he's just sitting there, just ready. I'm surprised he's not wearing the sunglasses and like the general uniform and like a wig with like curls. Yo soy Michael Jackson.
Oh, jeez. Look at how small his legs are.
Lo del sepelio.
Tiempo
después vino a México.
He looks like he's in a wheelchair. I'm surprised they didn't put a blanket over his legs. He just has those blankets that the old ladies wear that have all the holes so they don't keep you warm, just like over his legs.
The ones that they crocheted.
He looks like after he beat his wife, he stole her pants. Dame estos pantalones. These pants are mine.
So small. My legs are for sure bigger than that.
Well, yeah, you're thick.
That's insane. I'm gonna have to edit.
México y pasó a verme y aquí estuvimos. Guillermo del Toro también estuvo aquí. Y bueno, han pasado muchísimas.
How come I haven't seen this one?
You hadn't heard this one?
I've never heard this one. I've heard different versions of these stories, but I thought that the person that came to visit him was Guillermo del Toro's cousin, who wanted him to be in a movie with him. You probably heard of this movie. It's called Sicario.
He was gonna be in there?
He was gonna be the co-star, but he said no, that he's too busy.
What?
And I don't think that he. Wait.
When you're doing the math on all
wait. It gets better. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
The person that was in Sicario was Benicio del Toro, the actor, not Guillermo del Toro, the director that directed Hellboy and all those other things. So he's getting like two people. He was getting two people confused. So, but so maybe it was like a Hellboy Sicario crossover with like Hellboy like trying to fight the cartel. Anyway,
that man is not as tall as they make him seem on TV.
No, there's also a video where they're like Adame, the guy that he fought, was asking him like if he's still wearing like platform shoes, and then the camera pans down and the soles on his boots were about this thick, you know, and he said, "Pareces vieja, you look like a woman, you look
like those shoes I had, the black ones."
Yeah, like the Spice Girls. Anyway, so what's interesting is I've never heard, and I've been watching this motherfucker. I've watched like maybe 8 hours of videos. There's a video out there on YouTube you guys can find. Actually, watch this one first, then watch that one. Where it's like a compilation of his lies, and it's not like with context. It's just him just talking. The fucking video is like 3.5 hours long of him just interviews back to back, telling like quick stories.
I stopped myself from telling you the ones that were in here, just in case you hadn't watched it yet. And I was right.
Gusta mucho estar aquí en el espacio. Y tenemos una recámara de visitas que obviamente cuando es cansado o se quieren quedar, pues se les ofrece la recámara de visitas. Y ahí pueden descansar perfectamente y aquí han dormido.
You think they've all slept there?
He says that they all show up, all these celebrities, and they all just stay in his guest room and they sleep there all the time because they're tired because of the trip.
Ringo Starr, they've all stayed in his house.
Yeah, Ringo Starr, Guillermo del Toro wants him to be in Sicario. And I thought that he was like, what role? Henchman number 4. Nope. You're going to be his co-star. You're going to be right there with him, running in that. I want that movie to happen. Guillermo del Toro, if you're listening to him, stop making Pan's Labyrinth 15 and then just fucking go ahead and cast him in Sicario 3. Trejada. And then imagine him with like the bullet resistant vest and his guts sticking out of it because he has to like unzip it because it doesn't close because it's supposed to be tight, and he's running around with his woman boots and those tight ass pants. I'm surprised they're not bedazzled.
Those pants are very tight. It's insane.
Mírame la Winnie.
Lo de las en el castillo de Drácula viviendo en Transilvania. Siempre me tomaban fotos y siempre salía esta cara.
Ah, la imagen.
Okay.
That literally just looks like double exposure and halfway inverted.
So
that's all it looks like.
So he said this is in Dracula's castle. He was just taking a picture. He said that's why he like at the edge of the phone so that there's room for the other face. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. That face was in every. That looks like my uncle that's died. That's what my uncle that died looks like now.
It looks like him.
It looks just like him. It's a double exposure. That's all it is.
Inverted, yeah. It looks
Who
like
poses him. Like that? That you were throwing that one time?
No, me. Go look at my Discord profile picture. That's what it looks like. I got my inspiration from him.
Oh, okay. I would too.
Yeah.
Me gusta tu outfit, carnal, ¿eh?
¿Sí?
¿Es tipo qué? ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo se le llaman? ¿Poncho o qué? ¿Cómo se
Estos
llaman?
son pochos.
Pochos. Pocho no es el que habla como que...
No,
inglés.
estos son pochos. Son colombianos, pero este tiene su historia.
A ver, porque... toma asiento, carnal. Me
Wait, pause.
First of all, pocho, that's not what that's called.
No.
That's me.
That's you. You're a pocho.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pocho is basically like a Mexican American. It's also like a style of speaking. Like when people mix English with Spanish.
Which you can't. I'm better at Spanglish than.
So well, that's what it is, Spanglish. But if you're like, for example, my family, when they're talking about like a Mexican that speaks English and like mixes it a little bit with Spanish, and one language is stronger than the other, it's like habla inglés pocho. Like that's what it's called. He's wearing a poncho.
Yep.
And he said that's not called a poncho. That's called a pocho.
Yep.
And also a pocho, he said, is a Colombian or something?
It's this one. Yeah.
That is not no.
No. Well,
That is
just wait till you hear where it came from, then you're going to feel really stupid.
Okay, all right.
¿Tiene su historia por qué? A ver, cuéntame.
Cuando vino el hijo de Pablo Escobar
Okay.
a la Ciudad de México, fueron a presentar el libro.
Ajá.
Entonces platicaba yo con él y bueno, conozco muy bien la historia de Pablo Escobar. He ido a la hacienda Nápoles,
No
estuve en
encontró
la
nada ahí, ¿verdad?
catedral.
No hay
No,
nada.
no, tengo muchísima información de ahí. Y entonces,
Regalito.
pues llegó, me dice, ¿sabes qué, Trejo? Te quiero dar un regalo y me dio este pocho
El hijo
de Pablo Escobar. Este era de Pablo Escobar.
¡No!
Entonces, pues es una joya para mí.
A ver.
Okay, he just said when Pablo Escobar, the drug lord, his son went to Mexico to see him. And then he went over to his house and he said, "Hey, Trejo, I want you to have something." And he gives him his poncho, the one that Pablo Escobar never wore.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he's wearing is a traditional Mexican poncho.
People looked it up and said it was like a mass-produced, a bunch of people had it type of thing. It wasn't old. It wasn't, rare. It was like, like
If
getting a
you-
shirt from Walmart and being like, this was.
I have one of those in black. Is it black? No, it's a black and white. I have one of those.
You should lend it to me.
Here, I like to wear it with my wiener out. Anyway, so it's one of those things where if you go to Mexico, if you go to like the places where people are, it's a farming community.
You say I'm not. Oh.
Fucking slow down the drinks. So if you go to Mexico, if you go to like those are actually fucking delicious. Those will sneak up on you too. You gotta be careful.
I've only drank one.
You go to Mexico and you go to like the little small pueblos, and with the people that are like farming community, they get up really early in the morning, so they need something to like protect them from the cold, but also to protect them from the heat, because they're there all day. You see those a lot. They're everywhere. The fact that he doesn't know or pretends like he doesn't know what they're called, that Pablo Escobar wore this for some fucking reason, like he didn't wear suits, is insane. He said that, what did he say? That he went to Mexico to get a copy of Cañitas?
He said to present his book.
To present his book.
I don't know what he means by that, though. Does he mean like he was doing like a book signing? Pablo Escobar's son was like, "Hey, can you sign this?
Can you sign my copy?" He flew all the way to Mexico to get a copy. We should ask his son. He's like, "Hey, do you know this man?" He'd be like, "Oh," he like cut his palm and just like pour it on top of the book.
Why would he do that?
Well, because I'm looking at the world through the eyes of Carlos Trejo, where everybody worships him. Big tips. Play some more. These are fucking great. I'm glad he kicked
problema en Texas. Me habla por teléfono
Hem, que era el fiscal de los Estados Unidos que llevaba el caso de J. Simpson. Un
Oh,
caso muy famoso.
Okay, pause right really quick. He went to Texas, and the governor of the United States called him, said, "We need you to help us out with the O.J. Simpson trial." He said it's a very famous case.
I was very young when it happened. Yeah, 94, 95.
Because I remember getting home from school, turning on the TV, and then my cartoons were not playing. Instead, they had the chase in the highway. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
So 94, 95 is when it happened. He was born in 63, so he was
44. Same age as me.
same age as you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, same age as you in 93?
In 93, 94.
Okay.
94. 93 was the earthquake.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so the governor of the United States called him, and he lives in Texas, by the way. Told him, help us out with the O.J. Simpson trial. Okay, continue, beef tips.
Dice que quería que por el gobierno de los Estados Unidos yo fuera a dar algunos puntos de vista sobre fenómenos que estaban pasando en la casa donde murió la esposa de J. Simpson. Fui, hice la investigación, chequé y entregué mi expediente al gobierno, el cual ayudó al caso.
So the government came and they told him, like, hey, we need you to help us out with this case. We need you to go to the O.J. Simpson house where his wife was murdered, and need you to go do a paranormal investigation. He says that he did it for them. Then the governor wanted his notes, so he gave him all of his notes, and he turned in his report. And that actually, he said, that actually helped out the case.
He cracked the case.
He cracked the case.
It was him.
O.J. No, it wasn't him.
No,
Even though O.J. later admitted that it was him.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it was this guy. He did the whole thing.
Carlos Trejo killed everybody. En cañitas.
Entonces quedaron muy agradecidos conmigo y me decían que cómo podían de alguna forma darme las gracias. Y pues se me ocurrió decir, bueno, pues quiero entrar al área 51, ¿no? Y me lo autorizaron. Entonces
So,
fui al
the United States, right? The federal government went up to him, they're like, how can we thank you? Ask for anything. He said, I want to go to Area 51. And they're like, done.
Done. It's yours.
I have a bedroom in there. I go out there with my wiener and a poncho. Pablo Escobar's. This is in the interview that I saw, by the way.
It's not?
No,
It's
it's not.
so many.
There's so many. The one I saw was he was in a show called Otro Rollo.
For how long? Literally every day. How many days now have you been telling me, like, I'm watching this Carlos Trejo thing?
And
For
they're
what?
different.
In what, like 2 weeks?
For like 2 weeks, and they're different. And
Apparently, I've seen some that you haven't.
yes,
Like,
you have
there's
seen.
so many.
I haven't seen this one. That one, he looks like my uncle, who he was a family friend. He wasn't really an uncle. He was an alcoholic. Beef tips.
Estuve investigando ahí, conozco el área 51, el 95% lo conozco. Hay partes en donde no puedes estar. Hay una zona biológica muy fuerte en donde están pues, todos los virus más impresionantes y más terroríficos que existen en la Tierra.
Okay. He just said, so he knows Area 51, 95% of it he knows. There's other places where he didn't go because they have these very impressive viruses from all around the world. He said that they're amazing, but they're also very, very deadly. From all around the world. In Area 51. Not in Minnesota.
You know which interview I did not get, and I don't know why, if it's one of my favorite ones. He said that he was authorized by the bishop to join in with the exorcisms at the Vatican in Rome.
We're just gonna have to like release an episode where we just play these fucking clips that are our favorite. The one that I'm talking about is this one looks like he's like in a one-on-one set. There's no audience. I think that when there's an audience, he kind of plays it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. In the interview that I heard, he talked about this, right? O.J. Simpson, government, Area 51. But then he said the police, they're not soldiers, by the way, the police inside Area 51 were like, it's Carlos Trejo. He says, y ellos llegaron a mí diciéndome, eres Carlos Trejo. Me firmas mi libro de cañitas, aquí lo tengo. So he said that they all went to him, and all these police are like, we're big fans. Can you please sign my book of cañitas? I have it right here. You know, they were reading it all right there. I can't believe you're here.
I have 2 more, I guess, one-liners, so I don't have to I don't have all the details because apparently I'm unprepared. But he said that he went and saw the Conjuring house, the real one, in Massachusetts, not in Rhode Island, in Massachusetts. That's where it's at, apparently. And then,
well, that's the real ones there.
In where?
In Massachusetts. They gave him the sword.
Oh, yeah. But you know it's in Rhode Island.
How I know that?
How do you know that?
The Warrens used to give interviews. They would charge, and they would give like these presentations, and then they told you exactly not just the where it's at, but the address. And people were going to that property and like harassing the family. When they asked them, "Can we go?" and Ed Warren was like, "Sure, go ahead."
That's when like the owners were like, "We want nobody coming here."
Yep.
And Ed Warren was like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
fine.
And they sued them, actually. They sued the Warrens.
One of my favorite ones, which I need to find to see if there's like an entire interview, because it was kind of just like in passing that he said it. Said, "What?"
I'm telling you guys that there's hundreds, if not thousands, of interviews. This guy used to go on weekly on 3 different shows in Univision and one in Telemundo. And he would go on like 3 different networks in Mexico. So there's hundreds of interviews out there. Like I said, maybe thousands of him telling these fucking ridiculous stories.
Yeah.
There's even a story where he fought the devil. Do you have the Titanic one?
Oh my God! Why do I not have the Titanic one?
Damn it! Can't end the show without that clip. That one is probably my favorite.
Titanic story. You ready?
Yes.
Soy el único mexicano que bajó al Titanic y que estuvo en el fondo del mar y que lo
Is he
vio.
wearing makeup?
O sea, imagínate que
Probably.
And by the way, that fucking shirt. It's either he's like has like a humongous gut, or it's a 3D shirt and it looks like it's coming at me. So the story he's about to tell is he just started it off with the Titanic. He said, "I'm the first Mexican that went down."
Only.
He's the only Mexican, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I misspoke. He's the only Mexican that went down to the Titanic. It gets better.
soy el único mexicano que bajó al Titanic y que estuvo en el fondo del mar y que lo vio. O sea, imagínate qué cosa tan maravillosa, ¿no? El bajar en la cápsula en pleno océano oscuro. Y de repente cuando te dicen al lado derecho y avientan la luz y ves el barco.
He didn't even say he's in a submarine. He said he was in a capsule. And the capsule went to the bottom of the ocean, right? And almost as if they give tours to the bottom of the ocean, because he says, if you guys look to your left, and then he says that they turn on the lights.
No, pues es impresionante, ¿no? Esa es una. Por ejemplo, estar dentro de los exorcismos del Vaticano.
¿Estuviste?
Estuve adentro de los exorcismos del Vaticano, autorizado por su santidad. Y ver cómo se mueven, cómo actúan, cómo hablan niños chiquitos. O sea, chiquitos es un decir, ¿no? Pero con una fuerza impresionante.
O sea, realmente que estaban poseídos. O sea, que la iglesia aceptó la posesión.
Sí.
Look at that fake ass back window, though. Like the poster of the city.
The wallpaper.
The wallpaper. This isn't the stuff this again is not the interview that I heard. The interview that I heard, he said he went and they turned on the lights and he was able to look at the Titanic. He said he saw where the iceberg hit. He said, and then he started getting a sensation. Una sensación me estaba pegando y alguien me estaba hablando. Y puse, ¿quién me está hablando? Estaba yo comunicándome con Jack del Titanic. Me estaba hablando que lo ayudara. So he said he felt this energy like hit him. and then he felt like somebody was calling out to him, and then he's like, "Who's talking to me?" It was Jack from Titanic. Was telling
Jack
him.
Dawson.
Was Jack? Yeah.
They should have showed a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio. Like,
Oh,
that's him. That's him. I saw him.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Not even in the right movie. Like Leonardo DiCaprio in that one movie where he played like a handicapped person.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah. Like over there, like fucking smashing bugs against his balls. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Anyway, so so he says that Jack was communicating with him. Jack was saying, like, please help me.
Please help me. I need to get up on this door.
I need to get up on this door. It's not a door. Shut up. Anyway.
What was it?
It was it was the frame on top of it. Was like an arch that was going up on top, and then that's what it was. It wasn't the door.
Whatever it was, there was enough space for him.
Yeah.
Católica maneja cursos de exorcismos para médicos, para psiquiatras, inclusive para pastores de otras religiones. Y van a
lo acepta, o sea,
sí,
acepta que esto pasa.
claro, definitivo. Esa es una. Conocer a gente que jamás me imaginé conocer. Por ejemplo, tuve la oportunidad de estar en el velorio de Michael Jackson, en la casa de Michael Jackson.
Okay, he's okay. So he said he went to the Vatican, right? And they're like, hey, come here. Look at these kids that are possessed, you know, and we're teaching courses for doctors, psychiatrists, and exorcists, and even pastors that don't believe in the Roman Rite, because I don't believe in the Roman Rite. I think that it's a pagan, it's a pagan ritual that has nothing to do with Christianity or any type of biblical anything. The way that you exorcise demons in the Bible, Jesus did it, and then later the apostles did it, and the way they did it was they commanded demons in the name of the Lord to come out of them. Jesus gives an instruction on how to do it. They said, how come when we tried it didn't work? And he says, because you have to do it. He says, first you have to be strong in your faith and command them. So Jesus commanded the unclean spirits and they obeyed him. So that's the way to do it, through prayer and through utilizing the name of Christ, not through sprinkling oil, using smoke, doing the water, tying them up, reading a rehearsed thing, walking around. And then a majority of them tell you that 40% of those exorcisms actually fail and they have to redo them, almost as if the demon was stronger than the commanding force that they were invoking, you know? So the fact that he said even pastors from other religions, a pastor would not be caught dead taking exorcism instructions from a Catholic, because a Christian, like a legitimate Christian, you know, or what the Protestant is, what the Catholics call them, they see Catholics as pagan, you know, wannabe witches, you know, because everything that they do is actually taken from paganism. So, anyway, but now he's talking about how he went to Michael Jackson's house when he went to his funeral, and he went to his house.
Conocer a los hijos de Michael Jackson, eso, pues no cualquiera.
Claro,
Somebody laughed in the audience.
Let me see. Maybe it was me.
Hijos de Michael Jackson, eso, pues no cualquiera.
Claro, porque
Yeah, it's probably the guy from that other interview.
Yeah,
That guy could not hold it together the whole time. I was just like watching him in the background because he was just like laughing.
How could you?
I can't even hear, and it's not even from me.
How could you laugh at that man? Look at the sincerity in his eyes.
Let's see.
lograste investigar un poco la situación, ¿no?
Estar en el Dakota con Yoko Ono, con la
esposa de John Lennon.
Exacto. Ir al lugar donde estuvo todo lo que es la investigación de Emily Rose.
So he said, first of all, he says that he went with Yoko, right? Because he hangs out with her all the time. And then he said he went to help them with the investigation of Emily Rose. What? Seems legit.
Tell me about that case.
I'd let him be my gynecologist. He seems legit. Put your feet up on the... Yeah, let him be.
Ew, God. Oh, who are you?
You have to edit that out.
La tumba, la casa, el lugar. Conocer la verdadera casa del conjuro. Estaba en Massachusetts.
Y en todos estos lugares, ¿viste situaciones paranormales? O sea, ¿viste realmente?
Sí, de hecho están grabadas y todo. Sí, claro.
Sí, y
Me tocó ver cosas muy interesantes.
Did you have the tortilla clip?
What?
There's a clip where he's talking to a famous ufologist. His name is Jaime Maussan. He's like specializes in UFOs. And this guy said that he went to England. They called him. Hey, the Queen, by the way, not just anybody, just so you know, the Queen.
Queen called him?
She called him. She said, Carlos, mira, güey.
That's all they know.
That's what he said.
That's how they all talk.
He said, Carlos, mira, güey, we need you to come over here. There's UFOs, the crop circles that they're leaving on the corn, and over by Stonehenge. And then Jaime Maussan told him they don't grow corn in England. The weather is not proper for it, and why would they grow corn? And then he angrily says, "Oh, they don't grow. No crecen, no tienen maíz. Entonces, ¿cómo sacan sus tortillas? Ah, pinche viejo loco." And he was pissed. So he said, "They don't grow corn? Where do they get their tortillas from? You fucking
Corn
crazy."
tortilla.
Huh? Corn tortillas.
Corn tortillas.
Where do they get their corn tortillas from? You crazy old man. And he was pissed.
I agree.
His fucked up teeth are just filled with flour, with corn tortilla.
Oh, man.
What else did he say?
He helped with the Emily Rose investigation.
Emily Rose investigation. Went to Massachusetts to the
He went to
Conjuring House.
the Conjuring House in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
There's just so much, honestly. Like, this is surface
Nothing.
level live.
This is nothing.
Nothing.
Wait till he talks about his investigations, and he tells a story where he walked into the house and a giant voice said, "Sáquense de aquí," like, get out of here, but in a very, very Mexican slang. Not sálganse, not leave, but like, get yourselves out. Sáquense de aquí.
Yeah.
The way that uneducated people in Mexico say it, that's how they said it in the United States. And this ghost grabbed one of his people and they lifted him off the air, even though the cameras were rolling and nothing happened, and he was just walking around. He sat down on someone's couch, and he was just sitting there, and he was on his phone, and he walked around. They went upstairs, and then he told this fantastic story, and somebody leaked the footage of that investigation where nothing of the sort happened.
No good.
No. Fuck, we're gonna have to end this video.
That's all I have for now.
So, remember, guys, this episode was brought to you by Carlos Trejo's Wiener Ponchos.
Oh, geez.
Also brought to you by Paranormal Nate. Get the downloading Carlos Trejo's Cañitas book. Check out his channel over at Paranormal Unveiled. Nathaniel Elwell, Nate Elwell. He's a great guy, great friend, super solid homeboy. Me and him used to be in the Crips, so and the Bloods, and at the same time, over in Bowling Green. So yeah, check out his stuff. He's got Paranormal Unveiled. He's got that book. Go ahead, check it out. It's fucking fantastic. Also, Shadow Nation, Sean Burris. I mean, he's no Carlos Trejo, but he's pretty good. Check him out at My Haunted Backroads. He's got his channel, Shadow Nation Podcast on YouTube. Also check out Render the Darkness with Casey and Fallon. Check them out. Subscribe to them on YouTube. Watch them on TikTok, all kinds of great stuff. Dreamscape Chronicles, check them out on Spotify. So Dreamscape Chronicles for all your erotic dreams. They'll make them come true through storytelling. Also by TeePublic. I might just make a Carlos Trejo shirt.
Oh, you should.
That'd be such a, because the stupid shit that he wears, you know how hard that's going to be?
No.
I might just do it just for him. Anyway, So yeah, TeePublic, get yourself a mug, get yourself a hat, get yourself some socks, a fanny pack for that fanny. And that's it. Remember, guys, to always look both ways, especially if you find yourselves in cañitas.
Oh, no.